Hello, beautiful souls. This is Universal Wisdom Tarot, and this is your July monthly general intuitive tarot reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Pisces. I hope you're well, Pisces. As always, just want to remind you, readings won't be for everybody, as they're general intuitive tarot readings. So just take the messages that resonate for you, leave the rest for somebody else. Okay? But I will start by highlighting the astrological events of the month, a few key ones that I think are important for people to know. So I'm going to start by talking about what occurs on July 2nd. So a couple of things that happen on July 2nd, but namely Neptune begins its retrograde in Pisces, which is your sign, right? So what happens when Neptune retrogrades in Pisces is it kind of gives us a foggy feeling, okay? And, you're going to probably work hard to stay grounded, right? Because you don't want to get lost in that fog, okay? But I just want to say to you that, don't worry, the energy will pass. But also, it's probably a really good time for you to try working on your intuition and your intuitive powers and maybe using your imagination a little bit. Now, as I said, the second thing that happens on the exact same day is that Mercury is going to enter Leo, okay? And that actually is an energy where you're going to be able to have more creative juices flowing. So I'd say it increases your creativity, all right? So I'd say on the 2nd of July, just as I said, concentrate on your intuition, your intuitive powers, your imagination, and your creativity, okay? Because what I want to talk about next is that on the very next day, once Mercury is in Leo, it actually will move into opposition to Pluto, which is in Aquarius. An opposition is a little tougher type of energy, right? So I'm calling this out because on July 3rd, this energy is what I call fighting energy, all right? Now, what does that mean? I think it means that you might have this desire to lash out, okay? Lash out at people, and especially if you feel somebody's trying to control you, okay? So I would say to you here that the wisdom is to focus on positivity on the 3rd of July, okay? Because we'd hate to lash out at somebody and then you kind of regret it later or what have you, all right? Okay. Let's move now to July 15th. Okay, so Mars will conjoin Uranus and Taurus. So this conjunction energy is a good energy in that it will feel like you have this strong motivation to make major changes in your life. And great, because if you really want to make a major change in your life, then focus in on that because you're actually going to have a ton of drive on July 15th to do it and to make it happen and to make it happen quickly. Okay? And then the last thing I want to call out is on the 20th of July, okay? So Mars will ingress in Gemini, right? So knowing that Mars is a strong, passionate energy, right? And Gemini is an air sign, you put these two together, and what do? You get all of these creative, these great ideas, not necessarily creative ones, but just ideas like en masse coming through your mind. But you're also so passionate about these ideas that I would say to you, if you have been, let's say you had some issues, some problems that you put on the back burner because you didn't want to deal with them or you couldn't see a way through to them, then I'd say this is a perfect time to, to work on them because you're going to be able to see the problem from all angles, all right? And you'll be able to come up with some very ingenious solutions. All right, my friends, so check out your natal charts, see how you can take advantage of these energies. And now let's get into your tarot reading and pull some cards. And let me give thanks to the angel spirits, guides in the universe for the messages they provide and for assisting me in interpreting the messages for the highest vibrational good of my Pisces seekers. So let's pull 4 cards for Pisces for the month of July. All right. Six of Cups. King of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Two of Swords. Bottom of the deck is Justice. So here's what I'm going to say to you, Pisces, is you're looking for some justice. You're looking for somebody to tell you maybe you're right. Okay. I think that you are you're first of all, there's 2 cups on this table. For me, this is a lot of emotions on this table, right? Some of it is good, but some of it is like you're trying to get your emotions into control. So I'm kind of going to say to you, I feel like you're slashing at things a little bit this month, and you might be acting a little bit impulsively. Now, if you are also emotional, because there could be something to do with a contract, perhaps. And here's the Queen of Cups, who is extremely emotional here with that cup pouring the water, and the water is just rising up on her. But you are certainly looking for your justice this month, where you are just saying to yourself, it could be a contract that you're negotiating. It could be, a legal affair that, you're waiting for your justice to come through in a legal affair or something of that nature. But I kind of feel like you are getting a little emotional over it, and maybe you're lashing out at people, or, as I just said, I mean, I think that there's this fighting energy that comes in on July 3rd. So, could have a bit of more lasting effect on you throughout this month. But I kind of feel that you are, saying things or, doing things because you're quite emotional over wanting to have this justice, whatever this justice might be for you. Okay. Now, I do feel like you're having some exchanges with somebody else here. And I do feel like those exchanges might be a little bit sharp. Okay. Now, I do kind of feel that, in this 3rd week here, the Wheel of Fortune is there. So I think at some point that it's a bit of a turning point for you, where you might be able to, I want to say, just keep your cool, and you'll start to, chill out a little bit, and you won't be losing it as much. But I do feel like, I'm just saying this, putting this out there, because, when we lash out at people, as I said, we tend to regret things later, and then we don't want to do that, right? So I just feel like, yeah, I mean, that's the messages I want to tell you right now. So let's just start to clarify this just a tiny bit, okay? Let's clarify the 6 of Cups. Okay, so yeah, the 6 of Cups is the card of nostalgia. Okay, it's a card of thinking about how things were in the past, sometimes yearning for the past. whatever this justice is for you has to do with the past and how things were in the past, and that you actually want, you're looking for that to be revived, if you will, in the sense that you think, oh, well, we used to be this way and it was so great when it was like that. Why can't it be like that again? Okay, but I feel like when you sometimes look to the past, or we can't always replicate the past. The past is the past for a reason. Okay, as the saying goes, we shouldn't be looking at the past or the future, but focusing in on the present, because it is a gift. Okay, and I feel like because of that, looking back at the past, this is where this is why I'm saying you're in this impulsive nature, because maybe you feel something isn't fair for you, okay? You're feeling like you're a little bit either left out in the cold, or you don't know what to do with yourself about how to get back to something, or you just feel like you're looking for your little bit of justice, whatever that might be. Okay, but I do want to tell you that there is something happening toward that. So I don't want you to overly panic and think, oh my God, this is going to be a terrible month. But there's action toward this. Okay, whatever that might be. So if it is a court case, I'd say to you, then action is happening in it, and you have to be a little bit patient for that. If it is a contract, negotiations take time. And I would also say that, you have to put a little effort into that to negotiate what you want to negotiate. But if it is just that you're at home and your situation is at home, remember that there are always going to be good times and bad times, and people will appreciate you, and other times people won't appreciate you, but that the overall goodness is there, okay? That's what I'm feeling off of these cards right now. Let's clarify one more card for the Six of Cups, please. Yeah, I think that you're wishing for some justice. You're wishing for some fairness. I feel like you're wishing for whatever that might be. But there's a strong energy here as well to say that you have to try and keep your cool. That's what I was telling you earlier. Like the King of Cups is really the guy who masters his own ship. Okay, he's the master of his own ship. He goes out in this really choppy waters, and he's trying to balance that throne there, right? I want to show you that. He's trying to balance his throne, okay? And he's keeping that throne upright. It's not over, one side keeled over, okay? So, in fact, he's mastering his emotions, and that's what you need to do here. You need to keep your cool. You need to I want to say maybe it's a good time to go out and be alone a little bit, okay, and get out in nature maybe, because then you can really take your emotions down a notch, because they might be quite high. But sometimes we also take things a little bit too seriously than we need to. That saying. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in stuff that we that we take all this stuff so seriously, and there's much, much bigger problems in the world. That's what we have to remember. So many bigger problems in the world. And I do think that when you master your emotions and you get them a little bit more in check, then the relationships around you will smooth out a little bit and things will be better. Because as I said, I don't think you want to say things that then people hold over you for years to come, or that you say something that you'll regret, but that you could, and you're having this discussion with somebody. You don't want it to be sharp discussions, right? You don't want to lose it. You don't want to lose your cool there. Okay. All right. Let's continue to clarify this King of Cups. Yeah, strength. You need the strength to get through this. You need the courage to get through this. But also, the strength card is a card of taming your emotions, right? It's taming your inner beast, right? So you need to tame this inner beast of yours that's coming out this month, Okay. Now, we all have these months where we flip out and we just, go haywire. Sometimes we know why, sometimes we don't know why. Okay. But there's always the view that, this energy will come and go, right? And when it comes, it's going to come there and then it's going to go off into the direction, and you can look out to that horizon to something better, because I do feel like you look out to the horizon because the tide changes a little bit, okay, in mid-month. So when that tide shifts, that's better for you, okay, because I feel like I said, maybe that's the time that you'll go out into nature and you'll be able to realize, hey, I can't keep going like this, and I don't want to keep going like this, so let me just take some time for myself. It's always very, very important to take time for ourselves, okay? I feel like you come to the end and okay, yeah, that's it. I got to stop this. I got to, face whatever it is, and for whatever these sharp comments are coming about, while you're having these discussions, while you're having these exchanges, right? And just face the fact that, sometimes it, could be your fault, sometimes it's their fault, sometimes it's both our faults, and sometimes it's a stupid thing to get upset about for no reason. Okay? So, use your powers here as the magician to manifest what it is that you truly want. Okay. Now, I'm also getting this feeling off of the magician, and I don't usually get this feeling, but I'm getting it very strongly at this point in your reading that maybe you should be working on something creatively. A magician is like a creative artist, right? He brings all these things together. He has all these ingredients, and he kind of waves his magic around very creatively, and poof, there you go. He makes what he wants happen, okay? He also does this by manifesting and putting out into the universe the request for what he wants. So this is what you are going to do in this middle of the month there. I feel that you'll be able to put this sort of behind you and maybe work on something that's a bit more creative, or work on something that makes you feel a little bit better, and it'll make you take things a lot less seriously, I want to say. And as I said, going out in nature, getting yourself whatever your little crusade needs to be to get yourself back to normal, if you want to call it that. But get yourself back calm again. I think you need to go out there. I'm getting another strong feeling here about, getting out into nature, because I feel like getting out there is going to cool your head a bit. All right? Now let's clarify this Two of Swords. Yeah, have the Three of Pentacles, right? So I think that, with the lashing out, there's also, a realization that, lashing out, is just like a temporary thing, but that, you will be able to come back together with, whoever these people are at the end of the month, and come back to sort of a normal relationship that you have, okay? So if you're worried about that, then I'd say don't worry in the least, because things will come back to normal. As I said, you just need to get out and calm yourself and get back to this Page of Cups, where there's going to be a little bit of celebratory energy, a little bit more gentleness, a little bit more playfulness, but remembering that on both sides, you and this other person or people around you, everybody has, sensitivities and sensitive, can be a bit more sensitive nature, and some people take things a bit more seriously than other people do. So just want to call that out to you to say, let's just, let's just, realize that, everybody has feelings out there, okay? Yeah, you have your Judgment card at the end here. So justice becomes judgment at the end, right? So whatever justice you're looking for gets resolved at the end. All right. Okay, Pisces, let me pull you one final card for or from the Oracle of the Fairies deck, and let's see what the fairies have to say for you for the month of July. Final card for Pisces, please, for the month of July. Final message. Journey. I'm going to show it to you. It's got this beautiful fairy and this big, huge rabbit on their hair, whatever you want to call them. And it says, it's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. Okay, so you're definitely on a journey here in this month. Maybe you are literally going on a journey, my dear Pisces. If you do, fabulous. I'm happy for you. Just keep cool and calm. Okay? All right, I'm going to leave your reading there. I hope there was something in it that resonated with you. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. That lets me know the messages are getting to you. That lets me know the messages are resonating with you. And that helps the channel to grow so the messages can get out to other people who really need to hear them. All right? Now, just a quick reminder, I've posted the names of the winners of my April and my May contests, and I did that in 2 places. So the first place I did it was in the community tab, okay? But I know what happens is not a lot of people get the posts in the community tab. They don't see them, or they don't actually even go to the community tab, all right? So I also want to let you know that I also made some videos about the winners, okay? So one of them is, it's less than a minute, so it's considered a short video, and it's actually posted in the shorts category. And that's my April contest winner, and that one I posted on May 1st. And then the second one I did is my May contest winner. And I did that, then it's a little bit longer, so it's in the regular place where videos are. And I posted that on June 1st, and that was for the May contest, okay? And the reason I'm calling this out is because I haven't heard from the winners yet, so I want to remind everybody, go take a look at those. Go check them out. If you're the winner, then I want you to claim your prize, right? Because it is a free personal tarot reading, and believe me, free tarot readings are hard to come by, and they're a good thing to have. Okay? All right, take care, my lovely ones. See you next time. And until then, know I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.